And Emma, you are brand ambassador, and you guys knew each other before though. How did it all start with you guys? Because
Wow.
you've been introduced on a trek.
It's quite a story. We started weaning bushes together.
That's true.
Kind of publicly, but not publicly. Maxine and I met on a trip for Coppafeel in 2021. I was one of the team leaders there, and I had a team of, there's about 20 of us, wasn't there? 20 women, and I'd never done anything like that before. My friend who is in charge of kind of putting those treks together asked me if I would go along, so I said yes, and I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, other than I kind of wanted to help that charity and help raise some money. And then I turned up into a field in Scotland, and there was 20 women that had my face on their face as masks. And it was absolutely terrifying, but it was a really lovely ice-breaking moment. And then we trekked for a week. We did 100k over 5 days, didn't we? Yep. And you know, you have a responsibility because it's your team, and you think, right, I want to get to know all these women, I want to know everything about them, but there is a process and everybody's there for very different reasons. And Maxine was on my team, and it was a bit like Burning Man in the beginning, wasn't it? I don't know if anyone's I've never been, but from what I hear, as in everyone was trading things. So our team was on like this, we're very much like, you're like our tents on one row, and we had next door neighbours, and I had bought gin. Somebody else had bought sweets, and Maxine was giving out this collagen in a sachet. Honestly, just whipping it out like, oh, have one of these, have one of these. And we were like, oh, okay, great. Didn't think anything of it. Now, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I had no idea that it was Maxine's own product. I just thought that's what she bought because that's what she takes and it helps her. So I don't know how I bought gin. I don't even drink gin. I think I just had it on the shelf and I had to get rid of it. I'm like, the girls are like that. And Maxine was giving out this collagen, and it wasn't actually until I think the end of the week that someone had told me. They went, no, that's her collagen. I was like, oh, had no idea. And then I heard the story about how she'd started the brand and kind of what she had gone through in her life, and how she'd boiled bones in her kitchen and come up with this thing. But again, I didn't know anything about it. But watching her over that week, because there are so many of you, you know, you kind of get these moments to talk and you hear everyone's story, but I didn't really need to hear lots from Maxine. It's how she presented herself and how she carried herself, and just watching her over those 5 days makes me really emotional, actually. I was just like, she's phenomenal. Like, I want to be like her. She had this. Like, you were incredible. And you know, you just saying about like how you kind of, you're someone who just puts their foot on the accelerator. You do that, but that week you also knew when to hit the brakes as well. You knew when to be there for people, and you knew when to step away, and you knew when to be like that mother, and you knew when to be, you know, their sister. And it was amazing. So then she texted me. She was like, do you want to come and do stuff with Absolute Collagen? I was like, yeah, absolutely, why not?
That was about a year later.
It was a year later, yeah. But our group, I've literally, have you seen the group popping off this morning?
Really?
Yeah.
Aww.
2 years ago, and we still text each other every day, our group.
Lovely,
so yeah, and then she texted me and she said, do you want to come on board and do some stuff together? I was like, yeah, why not?
The rest is history.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you so much.